You're back again. Well, it's much appreciated. Thank you for continuing on this journey with me. I can't tell you how much it means. But we are going to continue forward with the raw reads of Congratulations, You Have Died. This will be Chapter 1, Part 2, The Awakening. I'd been cautious for months, careful in the way only frightened children can be, locking strange words behind my teeth, burying unfamiliar memories where no one would ever find them. But shame always finds cracks. The slip came at dinner the night before the healer's visit. Mother was talking about bread shortages in the western villages, and I, trying to be helpful, trying to belong, said without thinking, "They could plant maize instead. It grows fast and doesn't exhaust the soil." Silence fell like a sudden chill. Mother set down the fork. Father's expression barely shifted, but something sharpened behind it. "Where did you learn that, Lucien?" he asked. Gentle, too gentle. My heart thudded. "I think I read it," I said. "What book?" Mother asked softly. Her kindness hurt more than anger would have. "I don't remember," I whispered. Because I didn't. Because the memory wasn't from any book in this world. They exchanged a look parents think children can't see. Father squeezed my hand. "We'll have Healer Voss see you in the morning," he said, "just to be safe." Safe. It echoed all night. Too soft to trust, too sharp to ignore. I thought I'd buried the strangeness deep enough, but the word safe was the sharpest lie of all. Then came the awakening. The morning felt ordinary until it didn't. Healer Voss arrived with her vials and crystal-tipped wand, humming lightly as she checked my pulse and reflexes. "Hold still," she said. "Just a simple diagnostic." I fidgeted on the stool, too much energy pressed under my skin. The way it always got when adults asked quiet questions. I just wanted to run, or hide, or do anything except sit still while someone examined me. My hand knocked into the crystal tip of her wand. Light erupted. Not heat, pressure. Violent, absolute, as if the world had inhaled for a giant and exhaled into me. A sound tore out of me, not a scream, just air punched from my lungs. The walls hummed. Ward stones flared gold. Then the pain hit. It felt like something inside me had been hooked and yanked the wrong way. My knees buckled. The stool clattered aside as I hit the floor, convulsing once. My bones felt as if they flickered into light, then slammed back into shape. Voss shouted. Mother lunged. Father caught me before my head struck stone. The light pouring from my skin wasn't gentle. It was gold and burning. Beautiful the way fire is beautiful as it devours. It wasn't flowing out of me. It was trying to pull me apart. A searing line split through my chest. Not flesh, not muscle, but something deeper, as if a locked seam in my soul had been forced open. My heartbeat lurched, skipped, hammered out of rhythm, unsure which life it belonged to. I tasted copper. My vision blurred into gold. Far away, Voss's voice cracked. "Make it stop, Aileron. Make it stop." A prayer, not a plea to anyone in the room. A name whispered. Only when fear became more confession. Father's arms tightened. Mother whispered prayers of her own. Then suddenly, radiance recoiled. The gold vanished. The pressure left. The wrongness stayed. An echoing ache pulsed beneath my sternum. A door forced open before its time. Voss knelt beside me, hands hovering. For a heartbeat, she looked younger than I'd ever seen her. Wide-eyed, breath held, terrified. Not afraid of magic, not afraid of the conclave, afraid I might die. I slumped forward, gasping. My heartbeat steadied, breath followed. Only then did the cold chimes appear. System alert. Arcane affinity detected. Radiant. System alert. Baseline capacity 23%. System alert. Mana control level 1 of 50. Progress 0%. The alerts rang hollow, indifferent, unmoved by the shaking in my limbs. Voss stared at the broken crystal. She whispered something about old wars and worms. Stories that suddenly didn't feel like stories. Mother's chair scraped stone. Father stood frozen except for the tremor in his hands. I should have been terrified, but beneath their fear, beneath the shock, I saw something else. Pride, wonder, hope. Their son had magic. No one can know, Voss said sharply. If the conclave hears, if the crown hears, they'll take him, unmake him, trying to understand how dormant magic woke. She hesitated. He needs someone who remembers the old craft. I'll send word to Erasmus Vorn. He arrived before sunset. Later I learned he'd been escorting ward lenses through a neighboring province and rode hard the moment he received Voss's message. But in that moment he stepped through our door like someone answering a summons, older than words. Rain, dark cloak, dust on his boots, certainty in every line. The boy sparked radiance, he whispered. Voss handed him the cracked wand, his jaw tightened. He studied me, eyes flicking from my pulse to my breathing, to the faint shimmer beneath my skin, measuring not just magic, but whether I was breaking. Then his gaze settled fully. Then we move quickly, he said, before anyone else notices. Mother stiffened. You think they might? He didn't answer. The boy needs channels, Vorn said. Radiance is a river. Without courses to guide it, it floods. Breathwork, patterning, and a false discipline to mask the truth. You'll teach him? Father asked. For the first time, conflict flickered across Vorn's face. My lord? He hesitated. It would be treason. He didn't have to explain to his liege where the danger came from, only that it existed. If certain people learn what I'm doing, he said quietly, I won't be the only one punished. He studied the faint gold still clinging to my skin. But a power like this shouldn't be caged. His eyes met mine. How steady can you be, Lucian? I wanted to say something brave. Instead, what if I can't? Vorn lowered himself to my height, unhurried and sure. Then we build your steadiness together. My throat tightened. I nodded. Good, he murmured. We'll use that. The false identity wasn't prophecy. It was survival. If he enters Dawnspire as an Alaris, Vorn said, questions follow. Questions become rumors. Rumors become danger. And if the Conclave learns Radiance is returned, Father asked, they'll take him, Vorn said. Call it research. Call it duty. It won't matter. And the Crown Mother whispered? Worse, Vorn said. He becomes a symbol. Symbols don't get to choose their futures. Silence pressed down. So, Vorn said gently, we give him a name that draws no eyes. A common name, Father murmured. Ethan Daniels. The name struck like cold recognition, like a memory from another life. Mother inhaled sharply. He cries that name in his sleep. Her voice lowered, softly if calling someone who isn't there. Vorn nodded. Then it will fit easily. They didn't know Ethan was a shard of me from somewhere impossibly far away. But I stayed quiet. Quiet kept people safe. I can do this, I whispered. Be Ethan where I must. Keep Lucian here. Father squeezed my shoulder. You're already stronger than you know. Mother kissed my brow. You'll have two names, but one heart. Ours. Promise me, she said. You'll keep your light small until it's strong enough to shield you. I promise. That night, when the house finally quieted, I practiced. The beads warmed in my hands. The light obeyed. Bright, then dimmer, then barely there. System alert. Skill acquired. Mana suppression. Basic. Level 1 of 50. The alert chimed softly, almost approving. I pressed my palm to the cold window pane. Gentle, I whispered. We'll stay gentle for now. And the light listened. Morning came, bright and clear. Mother's humming. Father's laughter from the yard. My sword hanging above my bed, waiting. Light pulsing beneath my ribs. Two names, two paths. One life I was trying to hold together with both hands. I could do this. I had to. Marin slipped a honey cake onto my plate when Mother wasn't looking. I smiled, took a bite, let the sweetness steady me. Life wasn't simple anymore, but for now, it was still mine to carry. Not heavy, just mine, and I would hold it together with both hands. System alert. Welcome to Dravarin, Lucian Alaris. System alert. Status normalized.